Sup, tech nerds, Lottie here again. First video of 2025. We're basically just going to jump straight into it. The reason I haven't been doing that much is because we've been kind of really busy and we just want to get a lot of this work done. But it's, you know, almost end of February, so sorry, January. Losing times already. So I thought it'd be best to give you a heads up on everything that we've been up to, all the wonderful projects, which we'll talk about pretty much everything in this video. Alright, let's get into it. We have lots to cover. Alright, good, bad, and the ugly. Starting with the ugly, we've had some issues with the fuel sender unit. I personally believe that the fuel gauge and the sender unit itself, which is over there, are not a matched set, so they're not talking to each other properly. I'm getting readings on both of them, but they're not lining up, so that's a bit of a problem. I'll sort that out, and once I get to the bottom of it, rather than talk your ear off, I will explain the problem once I've solved it. I'm going to have to fit this rifle holder to the front here, onto the windscreen itself. The windscreen and bonnet were not here the last time you were watching. So we've ordered an M1 carbine replica. I'm sure those of you who are not aware, we live in Australia, which is god-awful hot, and yes, the laws are getting spicy. So it is a replica going in there. What else? Losing my train of thought. Here we go. We have blocks. Now these are not original blocks. I had to make these because the original blocks, which are the ones down there, are wrong, and I will explain that in a second once I put everything down. But I wanted to show you this. The engine is basically, the engine bay is done as best I can tell. I've made all the wires nice and neat. We've got a nice groovy little kill switch. Don't worry about that. That's from cutting blocks. Master switch down there. I've made a nice little earth lead there. So we've definitely got 110% grounding between the engine block and the chassis. All that's done. The temp sensor is installed properly, which is groovy. We've got water in the radiator with coolant. We've got the horn. We've got all these nice, gorgeous wiring harnesses that I did up. Got our fuse box there. Really good. Really happy with everything. Just how happy am I with everything? I will show you. We're going to screw. Now to prove, this is a cold start exhaust. Nice and cold. Turn key, ignore everything else. And button press. Cold start, and she just revs to life. You gotta love it. And then we just put a little bit of choke on. That was without the choke, by the way. So just a little bit, just to warm her up. But yeah, that is fantastic. She sounds a little bit different because I have not connected the muffler just yet. We're getting dump pipe sounds, which I always love dump pipe sounds. Yeah, that's coming off. Let's put that back and turn her off. So yeah, we're doing really good. I could drive it right now, but we've got issues over here. But it is pulling from the original fuel tank, which I'm super happy about. Just drop my glasses. Put them back up here. Yeah, okay, right. Gotta move these out of the way because we need to drop the bonnet. The back is basically done as well. Just a couple of little touch-up paint, bit over there, and we need to make the mounting for the gun. We'll get to that in a second. Oh right, I'm so scatterbrained at the moment. our blackout lights and little blackout driving lights, and then obviously we click that one, our marker lights go one down, so this one should now be off. These two are still on. That is off, which means nothing happens. We press the button, click over one. Now nothing will happen visibly except we can now press the brake pedal. Ugh, what am I doing? I'm walking around everywhere. We can press the brake pedal. You probably won't be able to see it because I'm all the way over here. But the brake lights do come on. Believe me. I'll have to get someone to come in and do that in a second. And we go all the way over. And now we have lights. Ooh. Ah, really nice. Oh, right, no. That won't work because I pulled out my little thing over there. They work. Believe me, they work. I've just been pinching some stuff in order to make sure that this works correctly. So that's actually part of the wiring harness for the rear lights. Don't worry about that, guys. We're doing it live. But yes, it does work. Believe me, I'm pretty sure I even showed that in the other video. Anyway, let's not do that. Yeah, so I need to paint the steering wheel. We need to get a new setup for that, plug it in. We've got a new speedo which I need to paint, and then that's basically it, done. Really happy with about it. Now the front here, I'm just dropping it with one hand. There we go. These blocks are non-standard, obviously. I made them myself. I'm in two minds about leaving them as they are or actually cutting them so they're like the skinny ones. These come in a whole bunch of different sort of things. Obviously I'm going to trim the rubber. Like, this is a real rough, you know, I just put the rubber on them now. Why did I do this? Two reasons. One, you'll notice based on the lack of paint around that, the original ones, these ones here, they went like that. So I've actually moved them that way just a little bit, and they're significantly taller now. So those are the two main differences. And why did I do that? You can see faint rubbing along there. When I bring this down, we go all the way down, all the way down. That always, come on, move. There we go. Gotta make sure that doesn't touch there. So the windscreen wipers do not touch the blocks, which means I can wiggle them around. That is because the blocks that I had before, they were too far over and they were pressing on the bottom here. And yes, they're sort of flat under there. I think that is entirely the wrong way about going about it, because you're applying pressure along this arm to the center of the screen. Yes, it's distributed sort of, you know, pressure and all that. I don't want to even like attempt that. The last thing you want to do is break the windscreen on this. Two, you can see sunlight just enough along the whole bonnet. When these were too short, it was rubbing there, and that's just no bueno, not gonna happen. So yeah, those are my two bits of reasoning. I am still undecided as to whether or not to make them skinny or fat as they are. It's the difference between just cutting that off and leaving it. Obviously I'm going to repaint all of this. It's not a problem because we do need to do, you know, multiple coats. This is only like the first coat. Subsequent coats, you know, we'll be covering stuff like that. We'll be covering that. I'm going to leave the black, so I'm going to take the black off, cut it to shape, paint everything else, and then put the black on so you still get that nice contrast. You know, we still need to, you know, paint like little bits, you know, like behind there. The little blocks that I mentioned before. yeah, so, you know, we're making really good progress. This vehicle is drivable right now, as it is. I just need to do, like, the seat and everything, and throw on the muffler. So, yeah, everything's coming along. Now, some other stuff, because, yeah, we got a ton of spare parts for a Unimog, which is really cool. We got given them by a very generous gentleman who has converted his Unimog into a camper. So we've got lots of lights that we'll probably be using on the Acro truck, and we've got this real groovy, comfy seat. Not entirely sure what we're going to do with that. And we got bench seats and all that for the Unimog as well. We will definitely find a use for all that sort of stuff. Now, elephant in the room, this is missing its gun. These in the desert, yes, this is going rule of cool. I'm just gonna let you know, this is rule of cool. The client wants a pintle mount on the rear, and instead of a 30 or a 50 cal, he wants the twin Vickers K that a lot of these desert Jeeps sort of ran. Cannot get any sort of replica Vickers Ks at all. Couldn't even get a 30 or a 50 cal, especially with the laws here in Australia going all funky. Oh, by the way, Peter, been helping Peter out with these too. The seats for the Bren Carrier are coming along super fantastically. Really happy about that. But Peter has now taken upon himself to don't know where the... Oh, we got a lathe too, by the way, which Peter's been using to create the Vickers K. Oh, Peter actually has it in his hands. There you go. So there's the barrel section for the Vickers K, or one of them, because there's going to be a twin, so we've got a second one. We are taking all measurements off an original Vickers K, but I cannot show you that for obvious reasons. Refurbing all the new stuff. We've been super busy, and it is so hot here. Being in Australia, far north Queensland during the summer, it's disgusting. So again, that's why I haven't really been updating too much, but I hope that pretty much covers the vast majority of the stuff that we've been doing. Obviously, there's been a lot of little things that we've just sort of been blitzing through, fixing other people's cars and nonsense and all that. We don't just do exclusively military stuff. We also help out the next door neighbors with their cars and trucks and all that sort of stuff. So, gotta make money. And right now, YouTube doesn't do that, so I gotta prioritize that. So, I hope you guys understand. Anyway, if you do want to support me and the channel, obviously like and subscribe, leave little comments in the dooply doops down below. And if you want to hear more of me in a more casual setting rather than just talking about work, go and check out the Tara Monsters podcast. I will leave links to that in the dooply doops down below too, obviously, where you can hear myself and Ted and a slew of really great people that we will be interviewing. We're filming episode 15 tomorrow, so I think episode 13 is out now to the general public. We will eventually be putting them out one episode at a time onto YouTube. So with all that, I hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye!